Welcome everybody to Forza Motorsport 7, and today we're taking a look at the 2017 VUHL O5RR. Now VUHL in a broad sense stands for Vehicles of Ultralight and High Performance, and yeah, this is the first Mexican produced manufacturer on the on Forza series, which is always something to celebrate. I'm all for countries that either didn't or don't have much of a car manufacturing platform coming to the Forza series, quite frankly, because we can get new perspectives of what sporting cars can be like. So yeah, this was first shown at the Goodwood Festival of Speed in 2016, and despite the look of it, is entirely street legal. Though I have seen from certain Top Gear episodes that these kind of cars don't really work on the open road. Far more suitable for the track, which they are obviously mainly built for. And I have to say, for a track toy like this, it does look rather good, to be honest. Most track toys don't really look all that great, to be honest, and even though it does look quite good at the front, the back, even though I'm not entirely a fan of it, it still looks fairly decent. So yeah, this is a car that has an aluminium and carbon fibre construction with 100% carbon fibre wheels, making for an extremely light car at only 1,598 pounds. And yeah, that means that even though it's got very little in the way of weight, it doesn't need all that much power, even though it does have a lot of power anyway, as it has 385 horsepower, 368 pounds-feet of torque from a 2.3 litre turbocharged inline-4 engine, which means that, yeah, only weighing 1,598 pounds and having nearly 400 horsepower is, yeah, quite a lot of power for such a light car. And it's going to be a reliable engine as well, because it's a Ford EcoBoost engine. So yeah, you've got a relatively unknown manufacturer with at least a reliable engine underneath. And yeah, that's all there really is to talk about with this car, to be honest. So yeah, let's get it out onto its home territory and see what it can do out on the track. So we're at Circuit de Catalunya for one lap. I'm going to see what this VUHL can do. So yeah, I actually took this around Monza in testing, and I also took the Ferrari 812 Superfast, which we will get a review of its own at some point. And yeah, both cars put in broadly the same lap time from a standing start. So yeah, despite this having not all that much power compared to other mid-engine rear-wheel drive sports cars, it is able to compete with the supercars out there from much bigger manufacturers. And yeah, it's a pretty damn good handling car, which you'd expect for a track toy. But to the fact that it handles as well as it could from a car manufacturer that hasn't really done anything. They did have a standard 05 of this car, which had about 100 horsepower less and a little bit more in the way of weight. But this RR version has 100 horsepower more and less weight, and yeah, even though it is street legal, it's still mostly track focused. And as you can see, turning is fairly good. There is a little bit of understeer, so you're being an idiot, but thanks to the fact that only 37% of the weight is up front, it's easy enough to get it turned into a corner. And yeah, it's got a pretty good launch as well, as you saw. I actually thought this was all-wheel drive originally when I first tried it out and didn't look at the drivetrain layout. So yeah, it just shows how good it is off the line. And acceleration is not too shabby either. 0 to 60 2.7 seconds. 0 to 105.7 seconds, and it will go into a top speed of 188 mile an hour. Now that 0 to 60 time is actually quicker than that Ferrari and that McLaren. So which are from the same car pack as this. Now this isn't as predictable as that McLaren to drive. As you saw there, it did oversteer a bit and there was understeer to deal with, but that 0 to 60 time from a relatively unknown manufacturer is incredible and just shows how far a lack of weight can help a car in terms of acceleration, even though it doesn't have all that much power. So yeah, fairly impressive vehicle, to be honest, and I look forward to seeing what VUHL can do in the future if this is enough of a success for them. Because if they can do this with a track car, then I'd love to see what they can do with a normal road sports car, or even something even more high-end in terms of racing vehicles than this. So yeah, I'm glad that this is in the car pack, the Top Gear car pack that it was featured in, and yeah, it's good to see it in the game. And yeah, as far as well, pretty much first cars go, it's pretty damn good, and the fact it can compete against Ferraris and McLarens is really good, quite frankly, and yeah, doff my hat to them for being able to do such a thing with very little in the way of experience. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.